Hey guys, so today was quite the interesting day. We had a really nice test of this 391 support. They actually kind of sold that we were going to see a bigger sell-off down to 388.5 with these candles closing below it. But what they actually did was establish really nice support right here all day long, and then we actually had one of the bigger V recoveries that we have seen in quite a few months. So we are still in this red downward bear channel right here. The one interesting thing is we didn't quite make it to that 390 or 388.5 level that would have given us this 12-week long support test right here. But we did hold through the dip under 391, which is that key daily support level, and we close all the way back up here at 396.44. So this is actually pretty much a ginormous hanging man candle, which after a big dump like this would actually be a reversal candle. So I'm going to be looking for some upside here, as you can see. Key thing I'm going to watch for tomorrow is if we either back test 395.2 or 392.8. Both are key supports that the bulls will want to defend if they are going to attempt for some upside. Being that we didn't close below 391 and we didn't actually stay down there very long, the favor actually goes to the upside here. So tomorrow I'm going to be looking to see if the bulls can take out 398.2. If they can close over 398.2 tomorrow, I do suspect that next week we will see a run somewhere up closer to 405.3 to kind of retest this resistance line and possibly even test this blue resistance line from the top right here. The weekly, kind of the same thing. We bounced right off the weekly level, which was at 390 low. We didn't make it to the weekly support level here. So now we're kind of in no man's land here. So we just got to kind of see where the weekly candle will close. We shouldn't really ever see a reason tomorrow to go up to 408.2. But if we do, that will be the resistance line to watch. And then support will still be down here at 390. A close below 390 tomorrow does to me then ensure that we will see downside. So that's kind of what I'm watching for. Futures has even more of a reversal candle right here with this. This is a true, you can call it either Dragonfly doji or a hanging man. It's more of a doji really, but we defended this 39.58 perfectly today, so that'll be key support to hold. We could see a dump down to 39.23 for a support, but most likely we're going to see support hold at 39.58, and then resistance we're going to watch for is 39.86, and then possibly even up as far as 40.23. Same thing with the weekly here, kind of in this no man. We didn't quite make it to the weekly support line. So key resistance is going to be 40.23. If we close back over that, then I do suspect we're going to see a bigger move up. And we could actually end up with a doji candle on these weeklies too. So Apple was interesting today. So Apple actually did break through this 12-week long bull channel right here. So it's through support. However, it held its 200 EMA very well at 155.5, and it even too bounced off its red support line. So same thing with this candle here. I'm going to be looking tomorrow for a possible break up to 158.9, maybe even as high as 160.3, but we're going to look for a support test right here at this 156.7. The bulls are going to want to defend that and look for a bounce there. We might retest the 200 again at 155.5 before we go back, but overall tomorrow I'm going to be looking for some bullish movement, kind of like you see here. We had this movement down and we had a nice move up before we dumped, so that's kind of where I'm looking for. I wasn't surprised to see a green finish today on the mechanics of it because we've only done 4 times this year total where we finished with 4 red candles in a row. So end of day here, I was looking at the possibility that we could bounce. I was more looking though that we were going to have our 4th red day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5th red day, sorry. Our 5th red day in a row, which would have been extremely unlikely. But I think actually, sorry, now that I think about this, we have not once this year finished with 5 red candles. So it was pretty unlikely that we were going to close red today, but they really sold that they were going to have the first time. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. Going into next week, The VIX also has failed to close over this 26.9 level, now 4 candles in a row after trying to break out. So it's actually back right on this 25.5 key level here. So depending on which way the VIX closes tomorrow also could be a nice guide of where we could be heading. The one thing also that totally didn't sell me on a massive sell-off today was Bitcoin. So Bitcoin didn't really dump like we would have expected it to if we were going to have a big sell-off. Yes, it did reject its 8 EMA on the daily, and it started trending down pretty good, but we never really broke that much lower. So we got the candle going right here. We touched all the way back down to 19.5 at the lows, but we didn't really break any lower like I would have liked to have seen. So now we're actually kind of working on a move back up. Again, this candle is going to open here in about 12 minutes, and when we do that, we're going to be outside of this resistance line again, which is this one right here. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on Bitcoin overnight. If we start seeing Bitcoin break through 20.3, then we might really have an indication that we could have a pretty big green day tomorrow. However, if we see a pretty big sell-off, we might end up dumping tomorrow too. So the weekly is going to be a big thing to watch, and just kind of go from there. I'm considering swinging some calls into next week depending on where we finish. I would ideally like to see us finish somewhere obviously higher than we closed yet today. If we can finish somewhere like over 398.2, I think a call play is worth the play for like maybe a Friday expiration for a possible bounce up. This would be tomorrow, Monday. We could bounce as high as like 403.5. So that's something I'm going to be watching for. Tomorrow will be an interesting day. We do have some economic data out in the morning. We have the non-farm payroll, and we also have an unemployment rate. So that unemployment rate could be a big deal because obviously the markets are seeing if the Feds are going to pivot or not. Obviously they're not, but markets still are kind of in disbelief. So but if we were to close a candle under 390 tomorrow, if we happen to have a big drop tomorrow, then I would be looking to go long on puts next week. So I'll keep you guys posted on end of day tomorrow what I'm considering for a swing. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for tuning into this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated. I am providing my Discord link right here. That's a lifetime link. If it doesn't work, go ahead and send me a message and I will get you a new link. I do have a pre-market update I do every day where I update with supports and resistances and different scenarios that might play out through the day. I also do a live commentary throughout the day with updates and changes, and I do push out buy and sell alerts on SPY and other tickers that I'm trading at the time. Currently, membership is $20 per month or $228 per year. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok under SPY Optionaire or Reddit under Daddy Dirch.